Former Fort Worth police officer Aaron Dean will learn his punishment for shooting and killing Atatiana Jefferson back in 2019.
Now, after more than 13 hours of deliberations, a jury found Dean guilty of manslaughter. This is the first time in Tarrant County that an officer has been convicted in an incident that happened while on duty.
Our Chris Sadeghi is live in Fort Worth this morning, where the jury will return. Chris, he could face up to 20 years in prison.
He could, Sonia, and after being out on bond for the last 3 years, Aaron Dean did spend the night in jail in custody after he was convicted of manslaughter. Now, just how much time he will spend behind bars will be determined in a penalty phase that will start this morning.
Verdict reads, we, the jury, find the defendant Aaron York Dean guilty of the offense of manslaughter, as signed by the presiding.
No emotion from Dean as the verdict was read, but outside the courtroom there was a lot of hugging and praying from the family of Atatiana Jefferson and the activist who protested, demanded justice, and followed this trial. The verdict for manslaughter carries a sentence range of 2 to 20 years and essentially falls in the middle of the options for this jury. It is not the more serious charge of murder, but it's also not an acquittal, and perhaps even bigger, the decision from the jury will come next, a punishment phase where they'll have to decide how many years Dean will serve. They'll hear testimony from both sides trying to convince them what is the appropriate number of years. Jefferson's family and others involved in the case are still under gag order, but others who followed had plenty to say about the verdict.
I said this morning, they're going to split the baby. There was no way they were going to find him guilty of murder. But I didn't think they were going to let him go based on Dale's closing argument yesterday about the bullet coming through the glass, and she had no glass on her hands.